All right. This is Dr. Norbert coming to you live. I hope people can hear me. Oh my goodness. This is a bit of a disaster today. Let me get everybody on the screen here and get rid of the kingpin because I can't hear myself. Usually I can hear myself pretty fine. Oh well. I hope everybody can hear me. Huggy Bear had a little bit of an emergency, so I'm looking for an emergency replacement. If you're listening to this, let me know. If you can come on stream. But in the meantime, it'll be just me. And that's okay because I have a special companion that is going to come on the show with me very soon. Okay, thanks for letting me know you can hear me. All right, let's take a quick look at what we got. This is week 4 of season 14 of the TTS League for Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have in red Super Turtle XL. Super Turtle XL is from Manchester, so easy to remember because it's red, like for England. And what's his roster going to be? He had Black Order, he said. So let's see. Black Dwarf. Black Swan, yes, Black Swan. Ooh, with the Power Gem. Corvus with the Reality Gem. CGR. Ebony Maw with the Space Gem. He's using all the gems. Gamora. Nebula. Proxima. Ronan. And Supergiant. So it looks like a Corvus leadership, I think. Because there's no Thanos. Interesting. Now, Seth is from Poland. Poland is in blue today. And he has brought Weapon X, which is Domino, Deadpool, Cable, Bishop, Baron Zemo 1, yep, Honey Badger, Psylocke, Rhino, Ultron 2, and X-23. Really interesting lists, not the usual sorts of stuff. So let me tell the chaps to go ahead, and I can tell you everything they've told me about how they got going. Okay, go. So apparently Seth lost priority, and so I guess Super Turtle took secures. Seth took extracts, and they're going to play 18 points. Let's take a look at what those crises are. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. Hit that spacebar again. No good. No bueno. All right, easily fixed. Okay. We've got Fear Grips, classic. And so this was the extract that came from Seth. And the Black Order player had Deadly Meteors, which is interesting because, no, it's not this one. There's another one that's more connected to the Black Order. But anyway, and the map tonight is, let's see if it's a new one. It is not. It is one of Pat's classics, Sand Scrap. Very easy map. There's a whole bunch of new ones now in the mod. I was hoping to see one of them tonight, but it's pulled by random draw, so you never know. Okay, so the extracts are the hammers, which is at the top of the screen, the bottom of the screen, the left and the right. Each is worth 1 point. You can hold more than one, and then you get an extra die of when you are attacking with them, but you need to pay an extra power if you want to use a tactics card if you're holding one. And then the origin bombs are here in the middle. So there's one dead center, and then there's one slightly offset to the right and down a little bit towards the deployment zone. And then the other one is kind of the opposite at the top of your screen. Now, the origin bombs are the kind where you have to roll dice equal to your energy defense. If you get a crit, wild, or hit, then you flip it. But you need to have more results, more successes than healthy characters on the point. If you roll a skull, though, you also suffer a damage, regardless of what happened here. So welcome, everybody. I know the Polish community is super excited to be here to see Seth playing tonight. I was in their Discord earlier today, and they were the most supportive bunch of guys, mentioning multiple times how he's going to get wrecked on stream and it'll be a complete disaster for him. And they were here to watch that happen. So that's the Polish community for you. Very supportive, very fun guys. I'm just kidding. They did do all that, though, but that's because they're a good-natured bunch of guys. And always full of really interesting tech. When I played War Machine, the Polish guys were constantly coming up with really bizarre lists, very assassination-focused ones. And I'm very curious to see what kind of offbeat meta they may have for MCP as well. This will be the first time that we see them at the WTC. And 1 second. All right. Okay. Anyway, so let's see what the boys have brought out with their 18 points. Let's start with Super Turtle. He has taken, Black Dwarf, fun. I can't wait to see this guy in action again. I feel like he's really old school, but man, I feel like he's got some sort of potential in today's meta, especially if you can cart him around somehow, because that's his problem. He's very slow. Proxima Midnight, Corvus, her husband, with the reality gem, and CGR. Oof. Oof. Very, very heavy on the attrition. Yikes. The polls are telling me they're going to have 2 teams this year. Fantastic, guys. That's the way to do it. Love it. Love it very much. Jacob Deaton in the stream. Matt Alex is in the stream. If either of you chaps can join me on stream today, I would love to have you. Just message me in the Discord, dr_Norbert. Okay, the cards that they took were Patch Up, First of the Black Order. So this is the Corvus leadership card. When an allied Black Order character dazes or KOs an enemy character, all of the Black Order characters gain 1 power. Blood Despair. So this is where you can immediately make an attack if you daze one of the Black Order characters. Mothership, to carry people around from one place to another. And Servants of the Titan. What's this? During CGR's activation, any number of allied Black Order characters may spend a power to play this card. For each power spent to play the card, roll a die. For each crit, hit, or wild, and blank in the result, CGR deals 1 damage to an enemy character within 3 of him. For each skull and shield in the result, CGR suffers 1 damage and gains a power. Huh. Yeah, CGR is part of the Black Order. We never see him in there. You know, I forgot that he's actually affiliated because he's always with Guardians. But hey, okay. Now, what does Seth have? The poll. He's got Ultron 2, Cable. Did I miss Cable before? How did I miss that? Deadpool. What did I have? Look at a different roster altogether? Domino. I must have missed this whole row. I don't know. I'm a little frazzled. And Honey Badger. So Honey Badger, Domino, Deadpool. This is really interesting. Cable. I have no idea what this is going to do. Cards were Age of Ultron, of course. Sacrifice. Yeah. Kick them while they're down. Very popular. Yep. Exceptional Healing. Or I should say growing in popularity. This kick them when they're down. Exceptional Healing and Cat and Mouse, of course. All right. Let's get ourselves into position here and see how they're deploying. So we've got a size, it's only size 4, this radio tower. I thought it might be size 5. Size 4, size 3 truck in the middle, size 2 tractor, size 3 large tank over there, then a bunch of cars, and it looks like size 2 hut here, size 2 barrels. Okay, so a lot of size 2 actually, not a lot of size 1 at all. Interesting. Okay. And let me get this map a little bit better. There we go. Right, so it looks like we're getting going straight away. We'll start over on Seth's side. He's put Domino all the way here on the right. He had Cable just next to him, played cat and mouse, and ported Cable forward towards the Origin Bomb. He had Honey Badger in the middle, Ultron 2 here on the left, the drones further left indeed, and hard flanking left is Deadpool. Meanwhile, we have Corvus just left of center here, Proxima just left to him, CGR on to the right, and Black Dwarf on the right, but basically centrally located. And Seth lost priority, so after the cat and mouse move goes, here we go with Super Turtle, starting his first move. All right, now, while this is going on, I want to say I was in Belgium. As you may remember, I was off last week because I was in Belgium touring around, and part of my trip, I went and drank beer. I haven't had a single one the same. This different one twice a day for 10 days straight. Different beers. It was fantastic. But this was the pig catch. This is Trappist Westveltered. I should probably know how to say it. 12. It is regarded by many people as literally the best beer in the world. It's a quadruple, Belgian style. Quadruple style is like a very heavily malted style, quite heavy on the alcohol as well. But the beautiful thing about this is that the Saint Sictus monks brew it. They're the only ones who brew it, and they don't sell it in stores or anything. It is strictly sold out from the brewery or the monastery where the brewery is. And you have to pre-order it ahead of time, and you have to like show ID and make sure that you pick it up because they don't want you to basically be a store kind of looking to resell it and stuff like that. So that's what I did. I ordered a crate of this. You had to buy a crate of it, of the best one. They have 3 kinds. They have a single, like a blonde. They have a double, and then they have this quadruple, which they call the 12. So I went with the 12 since this is the most unique one. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my little goblet here. And it needs to be warm just a little bit, less than refrigerator cooler. Oh my God, dice are being thrown already. I don't have my co-host to help me out carry the show while I'm working on the beer. Let's see what happened. So it looks like Proxima went to the left and picked up the hammer, and CGR went to the, well, let's see, who else? Oh no, Deadpool went ahead and picked up the hammer on the top. Now CGR looks like he's trying to flip the Origin Bomb maybe, or is attacking Deadpool. Looks like he's attacking Deadpool, who did, he did 3 out of 4 hit points already onto Deadpool. I think Deadpool is lucky to be alive on that one. He's psychotic, and all right, he starts psychotic. Yes, of course. I haven't seen CGR in so long, Peter, that I've forgotten about that already. Oh my God, the beer, it's the yeast in it. It's like bananas and cloves. Oh man. Yeah, I was like, it's not even near me, and I was just smelling how nicely the yeast is coming through on that one. Woo-wee. All right, so CGR moved up and attacked Deadpool, didn't quite take him down. Deadpool, of course, have cover on that bin. And now it looks like the drones, so Ultron 2 activating, drones going forward, and are within range of CGR, so I'm going to try to take down CGR. Let's see if they can do anything. CGR's got great defense stats, and they don't have a great number of hit dice, but hey, you never know with those grunts. Okay. And now they're moving again. Or did he decide not to attack? Probably just decided to go again. All right. Okay. Ultron 2 moves forward. And looks like he's going to be outside of 4. So he won't be able to attack CGR either. This is the problem with Ultron 2. He doesn't like having to move and use actions for that. Origin bombs will be good for him, though. It's pretty centrally located. And this was not Seth's choice. So this is Super Total giving him the kind of centrally located secures, which he does like. But he's staying away from them. Interesting. Instead of flipping them. No one's decided to flip a thing yet. All right, that's it for Ultron. Ultron 2 and the drones look like they're trying to square off against CGR for next turn. Oh, yeah. Look at the color on this thing. Wait till you see this. Oh, the foam. It's very foamy. There we go. Finally. Look at this. Isn't that great? Look at the color of that. There's a big head on it, too. Right. Black Dwarf moving up. twice, trying to flip the origin bomb. He does it, but he does take a damage. Oh, but does he have invulnerability 0 or invulnerability 1? Yeah, minimum 1. So he's going to take that damage from the crisis because he rolled the skull, but he did flip it. That's a lot of beef on that side of the table. Holy moly. That is a lot of beef. All right. Honey Badger going in there to be annoying. That's her job. But man, that is a lot of stuff stacked up on the top of that table. Let's see how it pays off. Hey, Mike. Mike from the Danger Room is in the house. Mike, if you can come stream with me, I'd love to have you on. We had a little bit of a snafu with Huggy Bear. Be good to have you on. Message me if you can join. Ooh, hell yeah. All right, I'm going to message you. Yeah, dude, this stream. I'm going to PM you. Cool. Mike is, of course, one of the Danger Room hosts, but also recently just won Squad Goals, the first 3-person team tournament that was held by the Taco Truck guys in Chicago. And super exciting. They just had their Danger Room podcast come out where they recount their adventures there and all the games that they played and how they managed to win it after 6 rounds. Really interesting listen to. And congrats to them for winning it. So that was Lucas Sheik, who also does a ton of streaming, Mike, and Sooner from the Texas meta. Okay, so it looks like body slide by 1 probably for Cable. So he gets within 1 of the origin bomb. And let's see. Message request. Who's this? All right. So he's going to go ahead and attack Proxima. Makes sense. Not bad. 3 hits, including the wilds, which I think incinerate, if I'm thinking right. Oh, God. She saved a ton, though. Let's see if I'm right about the incinerate series Cable. Yeah, sure enough. So it should be incinerated at least. But it doesn't take any. It takes 1 somehow. Why is that? Oh, he rolled an extra for the crit, so 4 into 3. Sure. Okay. Okay. And the second attack, just 2 hits, crit maybe rolling into something, but she saved nothing. So, yep, rolls into a 3rd hit. And so she's going to take, well, she has damage reduction, right? Oh, he can reroll. Goes Weapon X. Wow, look at that reroll. That helped. 3, 4, 5. 5. She has damage reduction 1, so she's going to take 4 in days. Boom. Right, here comes Mike. So I'm going to get Mike on screen. Give me a moment to set this up. This is great. I'm so excited. Haven't seen him in a while. You there, buddy? Hey. Good to see you. All right, let me put him here, put him there. Let's see if I can get this on. All right, sorry for the disruption. There he is. Mike, let me know if you want me to share my screen with you, or are you going to watch separately? I can't hear you, buddy. All right, so Corvus is going to go and try to grab that backhammer. And oh, he's got a Hellfire Club shirt on too. Oh, I almost bought one of those. Yeah, it's so good. Man, that whole show, and I still can't hear you though, Mike. And the graphics. Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
Yep, I can hear you now. Hey, Mike, thanks for
Cool.
coming on. So short notice. This is
Yeah,
fantastic.
thanks.
Uh,
What's
so
the room? Just DM me the room.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
can go.
sure. Yeah,
See.
that's a good idea. All right, one sec. Where the hell? Wrong guy. Bear with. Oh, here we are. All right. There, Mike. It's in the DM.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll catch people up. So it looks like Corvus decided to move to the center. Origin Bomb was able to flip it. Doesn't look like he took any damage. And now Domino is going to move up and try to help secure this bottom flank. Maybe she's going to get up there? Yeah, sure enough. She's going to be able to get up there and do attacks next turn. She'll be within 3 of Corvus. So not a bad round for Seth. He did manage today's Proxima. And he's got 3 hammers and 1 bomb. But Super Turtle's got 2 bombs and 1 hammer. So, yeah, I guess Seth's a bit ahead in that regard. Deadpool, Cable, and Ultron have all got the hammer.
All right.
You good? You're in the room?
Yeah. I'm good to go.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, so I'll catch you real quick whilst you were getting on there. So Cable went and dazed Proxima turn 1 and flipped the Origin Bomb. Corvus went to the middle and flipped the Origin Bomb and also has the hammer. So he won't be able to portal this turn, with Mothership. But interesting rosters. Don't you think this is a group of rosters that is really unusual?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really see Black Order that much, especially not without Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something there that's kind of cool. And then left side is just X-Force with Ultron. People love Ultron.
Yeah.
So here he is.
Yeah, interesting. I was saying how the secure is good for Ultron here, and it happened to be Super Turtles. It wasn't the extracts were Seth's pull. So interesting.
Yeah, I think Ultron's fine. He's immune to chains from CGR, which is cool. So is Deadpool.
Yep. Oh, is Deadpool also that way? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Deadpool has the helmet rule like Juggernaut or Ultron or MODOK 2 or whatever. Yep.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, those are good pulls then into this. Yeah. Wow. But I was just saying, Black Dwarf and CGR up there, that's a lot of beef.
Yeah. I mean, Ultron can just encephalo beam Dwarf out of there, right? So it's kind of a sad days for him. But beating up CGR, I don't know how much I like that. But this is what CGR did Deadpool.
Yeah. Right. So I think it's Black Dwarf going into top of round 2 here. Black Dwarf going into Deadpool, trying to finish him off. Probably grab his hammer too then.
I mean, I'm surprised that Honey Badger didn't take the hit, if that's the case.
Yeah, maybe she did. Let me see. No. Let me get a little closer. There we go.
I mean, he pinged CGR, I think. So.
Okay. I missed the ping. I saw some ping, but not sure who it was. Because the dice seem to... There we go. Yeah, it was Deadpool. There we are. And let's see who gets the hammer. Oh, maybe it was CGR then.
Yeah, did CGR miss his crazy roll? He's not psychotic, so maybe he can just grab it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure enough. He's going to go ahead and portal himself over. Yeah, interesting. So maybe that's why he went forward with him.
Yeah, I like that. I'm curious why he didn't place one first, though. Get rid of the cover on Deadpool, but I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I was just mentioning, big congratulations to you as part of the team winning squad goals.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pretty big win. I was excited about it.
Yeah.
It was also really fun. I would recommend it to anybody the event, if when it comes around next year.
Yeah.
Pick that up.
So I was interested in the format because you guys went singleton on the characters only. But is Nate thinking about doing it differently next year?
Maybe. I hope so.
Yeah.
um,
I have to
so
say,
we'll see.
for WTC with the 5 people, I like singleton characters, but that's it. But I do like on 3-person teams, singleton on all the characters, tactics, and crises, because otherwise it's too easy. You don't sacrifice terribly
Yeah,
much with just 3 people.
I agree. I talked to Nate about it before because I think Squaggles was originally supposed to be singleton crises. Like Lucas had mentioned that on the cast, we were building for that,
Yep.
and then at some point it got changed. And I think Nate's reasoning was the event was basically announced back in January at LVO, and then obviously it's like 5 months to like decide you're going and go.
Yeah.
So maybe he felt like he
Yeah.
wanted to give people more time because it is a little bit uncomfortable if you have people on your team who don't play a diverse set of things. So
Sure. Yeah, I totally agree. It's definitely easier. And I think he mentioned that in his own show, the Taco Truck Show. He's like, I just wanted to lower the barrier for the first year so people would understand it
right,
and come. And that makes sense. I would have done the same.
yeah, I guess it's like the with such a short turnaround and being the first one of its kind, you kind of just want to incentivize as many people to show up as possible.
Yeah, exactly. All right, somebody's attacking Black Dwarf. I think it's Ultron 2. Not sure, but he's not Deadpool. He's dazed. I doubt it's Honey Badger.
Yeah, and it looks like it's the drones going into Dwarf right now.
Yeah. Now it looks like Ultron, because that's a hell of a lot of dice.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 hits into just 1 save. Damage reduction means 3 going through. Yikes.
It's a big Ultron hit.
Yeah. And X-Men reroll, X-Force reroll didn't help. Otherwise, that would have been a dazed Black Dwarf. So I think Ultron 2's got 1 more attack in him. Maybe not. We'll see. Otherwise, Black Dwarf got very lucky. Although, like you said, an encephalo beam kind of will marginalize
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, so maybe he's got the bleed poison on Dwarf. I don't know why he hasn't put it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have you seen Dwarf at all in your meta lately?
not really. I like Dwarf. I think he's good. I think he would be played more if he was affiliated in more places.
Yeah.
I think as a splash, he's a little bit of a hard ask.
Yep. So it looks like Ultron 2 is going to throw something and try to daze him rather than moving him out of the way. And let's see how much he dodges. Not going to be enough. He's got a crit, but that's it. Crit rolls into nothing, and that's a dazed dwarf. Whew. Bloody game already.
Yeah. I'm curious if he has range 4 on Ultron. Or Corvus, rather. I like going to Corvus here more than...
Yeah. Good question. And is it Honey Badger? Oh, yeah. Honey Badger was reducing his defense dice, wasn't he? Yeah. Wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. Ankle biter.
PHP Chrono in chat says you boys in Europe have too much time off. I'm not in Europe, so I'm not sure. Not sure what that means.
You're the socialist state of California.
Oh, true.
Blood Despair. Nice one. He's playing Blood Despair. After Black Dwarf got dazed, he spent 3 power, and he gets to make an attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Did he roll 7 blanks in a skull?
That was a Blood Despair spender?
Yeah.
That did nothing? Oh, God.
Oh, God. Sorry, Super Turtle Man. That sucks. 7 blanks.
That is a yikes for sure. But doesn't Honey Badger just eat that attack anyways? I'm surprised.
No, Honey Badger's on the X-Force side, so... Oh, I see what you mean. Right. She would have have tanked it from... She would have taunted it off of... Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe. I guess she doesn't care.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter when you roll nothing, so...
Can you imagine it's Black Dwarf, this big thing, and he just swings the axe, and she's underneath and just, like, ducks underneath this axe?
Oh, man.
Wow.
hard to feel bad for BO Thanos CGR. I mean, one, there's no Thanos here. Two, CGR is like mostly fine right now. You know,
Yeah, he's fine.
it's a
He's
pretty
good.
balanced model now.
Yeah. And interesting to play because of the when when you whether you have the psychosis token or not. It's really fun.
Yeah, I think he actually has like some interesting play patterns as when you're playing him. I think playing against him is still kind of boring. You kind of just ignore him, hope he doesn't kill you. So
Yeah. Right. So Ultron 2 used his last action was to not action, but last thing to do he did was he encephalo beamed CGR closer to the middle of the board.
yeah, you just walk him into Honey Badger, I guess.
Yep. That's right. Good point. So his Honey Badger's now annoying both of the characters there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so annoying. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't lead with Corvus Proxima into Cable here. You have like a bunch of attacks into him. The dwarf kill helps you keep prio, so I don't know. Cable just whacks his Proxima here. I feel pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the
I guess
problem. What's that?
Yeah, he went all instead. Yeah, no, okay, it's fine. He's going into Cable now.
Yeah. Yeah, the question is who is it?
I think it's Proxima. She did the little spear throw.
Okay, gotcha. So did the spear throw, as part of spear throw, she gets to teleport within one of the target.
Yeah. Problem now is that you...
She's doing a spender now.
Yeah, unless you like a one-shot Cable with this attack or Domino or something, like husband and wife in Corvus to walk in to sacrifice feels awful. So,
all right, she's going into Cable.
it looks like she spent for a spender.
She did,
Cable's
yeah.
adding dice. Oh, sacrifice coming up.
Yep, looks like it. So that would be into Domino then, I'd imagine.
I don't know if I like that a lot at all.
No crits. All right, let's see if the dice gods say yes. Oh no. Oh no, sir. Super Turtle. I don't know what you've done to offend them, but
Did Cable pay hammer tax? Yeah, he did.
God. Disaster. So that's Cable not taking anything.
Yeah, this is not great. I think as Corvus, you got to get away. You got to pivot over to Ultron.
Why Ultron in particular?
I think going into Cable is just a mistake because Cable, like, you maybe kill Cable with one attack, and then Domino and Cable, or the Domino just lights you up, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe you win that trade.
Sure.
Yeah, Proxima's probably just dead now. So
yeah. Right. That's Corvus into Honey Badger and did 1 point of damage only. Now he's done a spender. And looking to see if it's going to be Domino or Honey Badger. We shall see. These two chaps this is week 4. They both undefeated so far, so that's good times. We'll see which guy comes out undefeated going into round 5. How's your season coming along, Mike?
I skipped the season.
Oh, okay.
Taking it off. I've
Nice
had a
one.
bunch of real life events, and I play a lot locally, so
Yeah.
decided to take the season off.
Plus, you're doing some traveling and stuff, for events and stuff. That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of local events. Like I think we have an LVO qualifier on Saturday in San Diego, and then we have like 2 more local events the next 2 weeks, like the next Saturday and Sunday after that. So,
Wow. How many venues are within driving distance of you?
well, I have San Diego is like I would only go down there for like an LVO qualifier, but otherwise I play out of like 3 stores in the LA area.
Nice.
There's one up by me, one in Hollywood, and one in Orange County. So we got a good scene here.
Wow. Really good. Sounds great. Okay, Chorus moved over to closer to the scrum on the top of the screen, but really hasn't done anything to Honey Badger. She took another 2 hit points. She's on 3 out of 5. but I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he has a flurry trigger either.
Man, she's still only taking one more hit point. Holy moly.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't think going into Honey Badger like does anything. Doesn't like advance your win condition in any way, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I feel like he should have just Mothership Proxima with CGR to get her out of the fight here. Keep her alive. So I think she's just dead now.
Yeah, and isolating cable at the bottom, not a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah, because Cable spent for sacrifice, so he can't body slide. But now, who cares? He can just shoot her.
Yep. Yep. So, what are your thoughts about Adepticon moving to Milwaukee?
It doesn't really affect me a whole lot. I mean, getting a bigger venue would be nice.
Yeah.
I'll go to Milwaukee. I'll go to Chicago. It doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
Chewy's in Milwaukee, which is fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're gonna party at Chewy's house.
I've actually never been to Milwaukee, so excited to check it out.
Can you fly direct though? That's the thing.
I believe so. Yeah. From LAX. Yeah, I'm almost certain you can.
Nice. Right. So that was, I think, Domino into Proxima. Managed to get one damage through. And, ooh, not good hit. 2 crits. Save is okay. Oh, for 5 hits into two saves. Plus damage reduction means 2 more are going through, so she's on 3 out of 5.
Yeah, that person was cooked. Yeah, spend for prowess here, yeah.
Yeah. Martial prowess is where she gets to attack back, right?
No,
she gets extra
5,
dice.
and then she takes nothing. You take 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think she managed to save that one.
I don't think she's rolled it yet. It's coming now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yes.
Yeah, she saved it.
Punching the X-Force reroll to try to
push
get one
through. Nope.
I like that because then you only need one in the next one, but he didn't get it.
Yep. But she did get the trigger, so she's going to get her 4th attack now.
Who cares? You have a full cable activation to do 1 damage.
All right, I think this is her last attack after all the rapid fires. Oop, just 1 hit this time.
Still punched it through. All right.
Punched it through, yeah. No saves. So it's Proxima on 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I am so not a fan of tall lists, Mike. I just feel like there's just no leeway for you in terms of your activations.
Yeah. Yeah, tall list. There's tall lists, and then there's tall lists with Thanos. And,
the turd polisher.
Yeah.
All right, here's Cable going in to do the dirty. Ooh. Saving, maybe. She saved that one. Sure enough. All right.
Here's Cable needs 1 on 2 dice.
X-Force reroll, yeah. Nope.
Doesn't get it. Okay.
All right. Oh, this would be great.
Still doesn't get it.
Oh, wow. So he did his own rerolls and then the X-Force rerolls. Yeah. So he won't get another X-Force reroll, but he still gets his.
I mean, so the martial prowess damage actually kind of helps him here because worst case he can throw this car at her. She should just die to that.
So. Yeah. Yeah, size 3 truck.
I was talking about Proxima today with Sploosh, and he's like, "Yeah, she's cool. She randomly never dies, and randomly refuses to not die, and that's this time."
Yeah. And martial prowess, that's not, sometimes does bad things back. So I take it you're not qualified yet for LVO.
No, I lost the one that we had already. Well, I went X&1 because I was playing the Thanos Cabal list, but the one game I lost, I decided to play Black Order. Like, I played Corvus Thanos. It was definitely worse, so.
Right. So that was Cable on the second attack, or second action rather, to taking down Proxima as we suspected.
Yeah.
So that just leaves Honey Badger to do something. And that'll be the end of round 2. Now, Sooner was playing X-Force on your team. He's saying they're above average, not breaking the meta, but not a slouch either. I guess the biggest. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying the biggest thing I got out of his commentary on your show is that basically they're a one-trick pony though. Like they have one plan and it has to go well or else you're cooked.
Yeah, I mean there's not really any displacement here, right? Cable, Deadpool, Domino, X-23, none of these models have displacement. So you have to score points while killing models. Otherwise it doesn't, like, there is no backup plan.
Yeah.
But the plan A is pretty good. I do think X-Force is a good team, but they also just play Crimson Dynamo like every other Crimson Dynamo attrition team. So, like in the context of WTC, I think it's going to come down to finding fighting teams that don't need Crimson Dynamo because you only get one.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, because the meta is still quite heavy on the attrition side of things, unless something changes from AMG in the meantime.
Yeah, I think the scenarios are to incentivize towards fighting, to not play a lot of fighting teams.
Yeah. So that was Honey Badger attacking into CGR. She managed to get 1 hit point through with her attacks, but otherwise nothing happened. And that is the end of the round. Seth scoring 3 more points, and Super Turtle getting 4, though, so it's even on 7-7, starting round 3. Psychotic roll happening now.
Yeah, I really would have liked Proxima to have Mother shipped over to the other side of the table. That way you could dual activate Corvus and her right now. But now it's all scuffed.
Now, when CGR goes psychotic, does he need to drop? He should be dropping that hammer, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right, there we are. Round 3. Let's see where that hammer is going to go. 7-7. Super Turtle having lost Proxima now. It does retain priority. Hammers on Seth's side are with Ultron 2 and Cable. Not great. 2 hard characters to take down. In fact, well, he could daze Ultron and take the hammer, I suppose, but getting rid of him altogether is a problem. When do you think we're going to get some updates, Mike? Either crises or some tactics card balances, anything like that?
I mean, if I had to guess, Mini Stravaganza.
Oh God, not
seems
till
like
September.
Seems like on schedule. No, I think they said it was July or June or July or something like that. Just based on precedent, that seems to be when they are doing things.
It's July. Thanks, Abman.
Yeah.
That'd be good. July would be perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
Thinking about WTC.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of cool stuff to be running, and hopefully none of the new releases are CGR broken, so he doesn't dominate the event.
Yes, that would be nice. Because right now it's really nice. I mean, a couple of tweaks here and there of things would be really ideal, but it wasn't terrible last year, but this year's even better.
Yeah, last year it was like you should be running a CGR list. So, but yeah, this right now, like my local said it pretty well, and I agree with them. Is that no list right now feels better than XN1. So there's a lot of lists in that territory.
Yeah. I think it's tactics cards that I'd like to see fixed. Some Spirit, maybe. Age of Ultron, maybe.
Yeah. There's definitely some cards that irk me. Like, yeah, I think Spirit's fine. R&D is overdue to be gone.
Sure. Fair.
I'd like to see Eyes bite the dust. I'd like to see.
Do you know that expression was? Whoa. Okay, so that's CGR porting himself over to Ultron 2 and now going to attack him. That expression, bites the dust, it might be earlier, but it's found in a Greek tragedy play.
Amazing.
Isn't that crazy how that expression has endured? I mean, thousands of years. Man.
Wait, so oh no, this is I think
There's
Black Order forgot about Honey Badger.
Oh yeah,
He just
CGR.
went to Spender Ultron and Badger ate it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's surely a misplay.
mm, that's a
If
bit.
CGR was on 10 power, I would have liked to see like Chains Badger out of the way or something, and
Yeah,
then Spender Ultron.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you have to deal with her because she's annoying. She's absolutely annoying.
Or
She's
she's also on like 1 health, and maybe you just shoot her first and then Spender Ultron.
yeah. All right,
Yeah, I
so
think he got that.
he's changed tactic. He's going to go after Deadpool, who's taken
Big hit.
4 hit points out of 6.
Yeah, not killing him here is going to be bad. Deadpool Spender can heal him, plus healing factor.
Mm-hmm. He spent another 1, and so did Corvus. I think this is going to be a mothership play.
No, it's Servants of the
Oh,
Titan. I
maybe
don't even know what the card does,
It's
to be honest
fists.
with you.
Yeah, I had to read it before. Basically, it's really kind of funny. I didn't know this card existed. For each power spent by a Black Order character nearby, you roll a die, and if you get a crit hit or wild and a blank, you deal 1 damage to an enemy character within 3. Otherwise, a skull and a shield means a CGR rolls gains a damage and a power.
Okay.
I think that's the one he played. I'm not. He let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. It's like what Corvus and him spent a power dwarf as well.
Yeah.
Like that.
Fun.
He got a shield, which is take a damage. Shield
Yeah.
and skull, yeah, is take a damage, gain a power, and then
Yeah. It didn't work.
the blank does nothing. Ugh.
No, the blank hurts the enemy. Yeah, it's all the successes plus blank.
Oh yeah, I see that. You're right. Got
Yeah.
it. Damn, he's looking for one more on that then.
Yeah, what a bitch. 1 more, that's all I needed. That sucks.
Yeah, this is not good now. Deadpool's about to have a banger activation.
Bang, bang, bang.
More like double maximum effort.
Have you gone to see Furiosa in the theater yet?
No, I haven't been to the theater since Dune 2.
Ah, okay. Well, it just came out this past weekend, so I'm gonna go see it maybe next weekend.
Nice. I heard it was good.
Yeah, same. Not Fury Road good, but that's high bar.
Yeah. That's a good movie. A lot of people love it.
Oh, I watched it for the second time, and it's great. It still holds up.
Yeah, I should give it another watch.
Oh man, it is such a roller coaster. You had it like 90 minutes or whatever it is just flashes by.
Yeah. Oh, the movie's all gas.
Yeah, and it doesn't get boring. Like I've seen the old gas movies where you're like, all right, another fight, let's get it over with. Not this one. No, no. And Mike, the bizarre thing about it is really the same movie played over twice. If you think about it, meaning like
Fury Road?
Yeah, Fury Road. It's half of it is one direction, and the other half is just going back.
I should watch it. I need to watch it again. It sounds like a great airplane movie to watch.
Oh, easily. All right, somebody's attacking Black Dwarf. I suppose this is Deadpool doing his bang, 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 bang. Deadpool. God, look at all those dice he's throwing. Jeez Louise. Oh, he's got the hammer, too.
I'm surprised he hasn't maximum effort. I don't know what he's doing. 1, 2, 3, 7 dice.
Yeah. Should we take a look at his card? Because I have forgotten what he does on his
Maximum
backside.
effort is 7. Yeah.
Yeah, maximum effort is 7 dice. Plus, he's got the hammer, Mike, so it's 8.
Okay, so he is rolling 8. Yeah, okay.
Good block. Yeah, thanks, Coddle. Dwarf on 5 out of 8. Can Dwarf survive to do some nasty business? Come on. Come on, Dwarf. Let's see him in action. What's going on with the podcast these days? Tell us about what's the team thinking about. Are they changing your formats, taking it easier? What are you looking to do?
Well, the podcast is mostly driven by me, and I've been busy. And I also like making content when there's content that inspires me.
Sure.
Like I don't really love doing the news or the hot takes or anything like that. So, um, it's mostly just me. like if I don't want to make the episodes, then they don't get made. So
Yeah, sure. Sure, makes sense.
that being said, I do have like 4 episodes like in my brain that need to be produced,
Mm-hmm.
need to get made. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that mostly involves just wrangling up stuff to talk about and some guests I want to have on. So
Yeah. Because content, I got to say, is a bit of a desert these days.
dude, yeah, Pat's retired.
Yep. At least
Uh,
temporarily. On hiatus.
Morgan retired forever ago.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Farmer's having a kid.
Ah, okay. Ooh, shotgun wedding.
Yeah. What else is going on in podcast land?
Gamers Guild, they're fairly regular.
They're still going, yeah.
And then there's a bunch of like smaller ones, a lot of smaller ones, but they're not on like normal podcast feeds, so I don't quite follow them.
Yeah,
as closely.
Alfredo's does their thing. They've always
Yeah.
been pretty irregular, but yeah, we're definitely been more irregular than in the past, and that's mostly just on me.
All right, so that is Black Dwarf going into Ultron. He's put. I don't know what that symbol is. I'm not used to these things yet.
That would be Stagger.
Okay, Stagger.
Is a dwarf spender into Ultron and did 1 damage.
Oh, Super Turtle! My God. All right, he's gonna try to polish off Deadpool instead. Oh man, God! Look at the rolls, Super Turtle. Jesus. I don't. I think Deadpool's gonna survive this. You kidding me? Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. Yeah, Deadpool healed actually
Turtle's
too.
dice have not been doing him favors this game.
Nope. No. Ugly.
But yeah, I mean, on the topic of like Danger Room, I have like the local scene here is so great that I play like 2 to 3 times a week at the shop.
Oh,
so,
amazing.
I do spend I spend way more time playing MCP than I did
That's
than I
great.
do making content.
What kind of how many regulars do you have of these various shops and things? You know, how big a meadow are we talking about?
So in Hollywood last Friday, I think we had 4 or 5 games going, so 8 to 10 people.
Nice. That is really nice.
Yeah.
And is there a con? And there's some sort of Comic Con or something, or what's the? Is there a big event that you guys put down there?
Not really, no. We should get an event going.
Seems like you have the fertile ground for it.
Yeah.
Man, ooh, that was a bit of a lag. Okay, it looks like drones going into Black Dwarf. Try to polish them off. I went to the very first Kingdom Con that Ross Thompson ran in San Diego ages ago. You probably don't know it.
Oh no, I've heard about that. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist. I know a lot of people loved it.
It was so good. It was so
Isn't that
good.
so I think Inyong was telling me about this event. He said that isn't it like people just got like wasted drunk at this event?
It was held in a Hawaiian style like
Yes.
what do you call it? Tiki bar kind of a theme. It was like a tiki bar. Yeah. And they had reasonably priced drinks, and so yeah, it was so relaxed. And you know, Californians are just relaxed people in the first place, and San Diego is the worst of the lot. Yes, the drones did kill Dwarf Cuddle. That's what the drones do. They just do that, and it looks like CGR is gonna get it next. Yeah, he ran it for I think 10 years.
Yes.
And it grew by leaps and bounds, and he just had enough. You know, it's hard work.
Yep.
But he ended it on a high. Everyone loved it. There was no drama. It was great. It had all kinds of game systems. But War Machine was one of the big ones, which is why I was there for the first one.
Nice. Yeah. Inyong was telling me a story about that event. Yeah, he said it was like a giant frat party with minis games. So yeah, I guess on the topic of our con, yeah, LVO is probably just the closest con.
Yeah, but that's a
I mean,
shame.
it's
That's a shame.
driving distance.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours or something. But yeah.
All right. That looks like wow. Black Dwarf is out from Ultron's activation, and CGR got dazed. This is slipping away from Super Total.
Yeah, I mean, Ultron and Honey Badger. Or I guess he's just getting outvalued here, right? He's got like 15 threat worth of models,
Mm-hmm.
like on this side of the table, and losing to like 8,
Yeah.
9, 10 or something like that.
Yep.
So
Ultron had an action to spare, so he's moving over to the top secure, and he's going to go ahead and try to flip it.
yeah, I
Speaking
don't
of,
think Black Order's gotten enough value out of Corvus this game.
no,
He's just kind of sat around and made a couple like 5 dice attacks, and that's about it.
yeah, I mean Corvus is just like Thanos in this case. He really has to rely heavily on Mothership to be in the action.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of like the use of Proxima here. Like even walking into Cable Cat and Mouse is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have liked to have seen like Dwarf go and grab the Cable side hammer, and then Cable doesn't double tap Dwarf. You Mothership into Cable and remove him. You can try to just ignore Ultron, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, looks like Corvus trying to take down Deadpool, maybe. Nope, can't reach Deadpool, so it's going to go after Ultron 2. Ultron 2 went ahead and flipped the top secure as well. Might have taken a damage from it. Okay, let's see. But Ultron's only on 1
yeah,
out of 8 hit points. Yikes.
yeah, that was the one damage he took from Dwarf's Spender.
God. Wow. Decent hit, but a good save as well.
Wasn't Ultron staggered, or was that last round? Am I forgetting?
That is a good point. No, I think he should have been staggered. Yeah.
'Cause he looks like he shook walk, and that would be it. But
Yeah.
he made,
Yeah, that's
made
what.
an attack. So, oh no! He just walked, made an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Corvus attacking Ultron.
Yeah. People asking if you're going to ACO. Is that Atlantic City open?
Yeah, it's in a few weeks. No, I'm not going. I'm only have plans to go to WTC, and I'm heavily considering going to Everwinter. In fact, I think I'm probably going to go to Everwinter.
Ooh, what's Everwinter?
I think it's in December in like the Boston area. So it's another New England tournament.
In December, huh? Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I remember this
yeah.
now. From last year, I saw some ads for it on Facebook.
I'm debating going to NashCon if I could get a ticket and if the meta changes because AMG wants to change things. So that's TBD. But currently, now that Squaggle's over, I'm just focusing on WTC.
Nova is the other big one, I think.
Yeah, Nova's in like Labor Day weekend or something, which is like September.
Yep. Domino
Yeah, I don't
moves
have
up
any-
and flips the middle one. So that'll be a clean sweep of secures and hammers. It gives 6 to Seth, so that's 13. 13 points.
Yeah, this game's locked up.
You got a lot of competitive players in the Los Angeles area, or are they more casual?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a pretty large casual base that are pretty regular on game nights, but we definitely have some really strong players. I mean, in fact, 3 of my WTC teammates are here and locally,
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
and then Lucas is the 5th, obviously. So
So Domina moved forward. In her second action, she threw an incendiary bomb into Corvus, which connected and has incinerated him. And now Cable's just going to probably move into the fray to wrap up the round. Yeah, Matt Alex is probably going to be at Neverwinter.
oh yeah, I'm sure he will be. He was there last year.
Who won it last year, Matt? Who won the con?
Isn't it Art Guardians? If I remember correctly. I think it was like him. Yeah, Art and Twitty were in the final.
Twitty.
Twitty was playing the Cabal list without Thanos.
Twitty.
Yeah.
But now that you got me thinking, so I was on the fence about Adepticon. I want to come back to Adepticon, right? But
Hmm.
Milwaukee now means a layover. I got a layover somewhere, like either New York or Boston or Chicago. I can't go direct, is the point.
Yeah.
But if
I mean,
I
is that the worst thing in the world?
well, if we do a house party at Chewy's for a couple nights ahead of time, yeah, then it totally is worth the layover for sure. We call
Dude,
up,
yeah, I'll get drunk.
yeah, we'll get, yeah, you can fly to Chicago and drive. That's true, Cottle. It probably might be easier, but then you're like paying for. I thought of this. You're paying for a rental car to sit in a goddamn parking lot for 4 days. That's hard to swallow.
Yeah, that is true.
But no, we'll get Chewy. Will be like, I remember an old video of Grandmaster Flash. Was it Grandmaster Flash? No, Grandmaster Flash is sitting on a throne in his house in the middle of a house party in this video, and somebody rang him up and said, what's going on? And he goes, "Hey man, just come on through." Does anybody remember this video? And the guy was like, "Well, but this and that and everything," and super relaxed, super chilled. He's there holding a goblet naturally, and he's like, "Just come on through." You know, and then the song started. I don't know what it is, but I could see Chewie on a throne at his house with all his
Oh,
hotties
dude.
around him, right? You
Oh,
know it. You
he's
know it.
married. He's married, man.
Yeah, but these things.
Dude, this is why you should come to Adepticon for all the official swag.
Oh, dude, don't even start. Oh, you rat bastard. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. They look sweet. I don't know what is going on. Man, AMG could be making bank by selling some of these dice. Oh, looks good. Oh, are they pearlescent or is it just the
Yeah, they're
reflections?
like marbled.
Oh,
You can
wow.
kind
So
of
it's not even
see.
just flat blue. Amazing. No, they
Yeah,
look
see,
great. I totally want those dice. None of the other swag I could care less about, but the dice, yeah, somehow it's the dice.
yeah, the dice are super nice.
Oof. Yeah, that's
No,
what you
no worries.
prioritized, I'm sure. I think Lucas did too.
Oh yeah, I got 20 of them. I spent all my tickets on them tonight.
That's the spirit. That's what you need. 20.
Yeah, they're official cheater dice.
Yeah, I heard you saying in the show that they were really working out for you. uh
Yeah, so that's like whatever you think about the Adepticon like organization rules, whether there's like lack of clocks or
mm,
timelines format or whatever. At a minimum, you can go and get official swag.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, foil gems. I kind of regret not getting a couple foil gems, but at the time I was like, nah, screw Thanos. I hate that guy.
And then you saw the light.
Yeah, I hate him so much. But it is what it is. I actually have a 3D print of Doctor Doom that Deaton made me forever ago that I think I'm gonna paint up and use as the Thanos proxy.
Nice. Honey Badger going into Corvus, which is funny.
More like Corvus going into Honey Badger.
Oh, is that how it went? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
And then
good.
Corvus
Sure.
painted and got bodyguarded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he had priority, so that makes sense. Okay. Honey Badger off the table. Get out of here. Coddle saying Weezer did the same thing that I was talking about in that video. They did it for the Beverly Hills video. I'll have to check it out, Weezer, Coddle. Okay, Corvus now into Ultron 2. God, Corvus is, oh my God, Super Turtle. I don't know what you've done to offend the Geist Gods, but good Lord, you need to atone. Jesus Christ. Or
He killed Ultron.
wait, how did that?
It counts blanks.
Oh, he did the count blanks.
Plus reality gem. So
1,
he's
2,
showing
3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Whew. All right. Ultron 2 dazed, and he gets the hammer. Counting blanks. Yeah, cool. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits altogether. Yeah, makes sense. And he gets the hammer. So you got 2 hammers now.
Has Super Turtle been remembering his leadership this game? I feel like his power economy has not been good, despite having like 3 kills, 4 kills, or something.
That's a good point. Looks like
Not sure it matters, but
Kick 'em when I'm down is being played. So this is Seth playing Kick 'em when they're down, probably on Corvus. Yep. And he's got one condition on him, so he'll be. What happens? I think you roll an extra die for each condition the target has, right?
You get a reroll for each condition.
Reroll. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Chewie needs to get like a throne, then a bathtub full of gin, like literally the bathtub full of gin, and ramen like all over the house because he's a big ramen fan, and that's
Chewie
that.
loves ramen.
Yeah. So he'll have that catered in naturally. Fireworks in the backyard.
And no, dude, March in Milwaukee is not warm.
Okay, then fire pits. Fire pits.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better idea.
And then of course the Chewy fan club of hotties coming through. And what else? Dogs, random dogs running around.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that'd be the first couple of nights before the con even gets started.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I was coming for less, but now, now we got more going on.
Oh man. I went to Milwaukee when I was in graduate school in the Bronx and did a sabbatical for one summer in Madison, Wisconsin. So I went up there for 3 months to work in another lab to do some stuff. And during that time, it was the summer. During that time, I went to Superfest, I think it's called. It's a musical festival that's like outside Milwaukee or something. And it was in the 90s. And I saw some great bands, Mike. It was so good. And there was beautiful weather. It was not too hot, and it was dry. It was great. I saw the Butthole Surfers live there. And
I don't know who they are.
Oh, and Smashing Pumpkins, and what was the third one? I saw a bunch of bands. It was a 2-day festival, 3-day festival. Anyhow, that was one thing. The other thing that happened was Gen Con was still in Milwaukee at the time, and I went to.
It's
Gen
in
Con.
Indiana now, right?
Yeah. They outgrew Milwaukee. As big as that place is, they outgrew it. Now they're in Indy, and they're basically outgrowing that. Yeah, and it was the first time I ever went to Gen Con, which for me was a thrill because as a kid, I used to get Dragon magazine. This is before internet, right? And you'd see these ads for like Gen Con, and it was like, Gary Gygax would be there, and I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. One day, it never happened, and then I got to graduate school, and then I went, and it was like one of the last ones that was still in Milwaukee, and then I went to Indianapolis. Oof. Right. Corvus died and dropped all his hammers to Deadpool. Deadpool picked them all up and is doing a spender into...
I think what happened was Deadpool made 2 attacks into Corvus, killed him.
Yeah.
And then CGR did a got your back, and Deadpool would have died but played exceptional. And now Deadpool has yoinked Corvus' hammers and teleported to the board edge.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Matt Alex knows what I'm talking about. Dragon magazine. Yeah. Used to live on that. And they also had, at one point, Dungeon magazine, which was more like for DMs. It had like side adventures and new monsters and things like that. But Dragon was the major organ for it. I have a bunch of those magazines still locked away with my first edition AD&D books.
Oof.
Yeah.
Are those worth anything?
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, there's something a little bit, but not like crazy money. Because they were pretty ubiquitous. And you know how gamers are. They hoard everything. So any gamer.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a lot of them that exist.
The one
are there any outs from CGR here? I don't think so.
CGR's got to do more work than possible here. He's going to try to take down Deadpool.
Yeah, this is impossible to win. Even if you one-shot Deadpool, one-shot Cable. You still Domino just goes and grabs Cable's hammer and the game ends. So yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that might be worthwhile is I had a monster book called The Fiend Folio, and it was a first printing of it where they had copyrighted material in it, like Call of Cthulhu stuff and the Mellabone saga. What the hell's his name? It's a albino warrior guy. Oh, I've forgotten his name. Very popular actually, but back in the day. Anyhow, they got in trouble for that, and they had the reprintings had to remove those two listings of all the characters that they had, like in the monsters section there. So maybe that's worth more. Don't know.
Interesting.
Did you play D&D?
So I've played D&D a couple times. I'm not much of a big like role player actor type of person, so it didn't really click for me.
Sure.
I'm like a min-maxer optimizer type of gamer where I like to math things.
Sure.
And solve things, and that's like not
the
spirit of D&D.
I think 4th edition was supposedly more like that, but I agree. For me, the whole emphasis is on role playing. To me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Baldur's Gate is the D&D for me.
Right. Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's super game. Cable's got all the hammers.
Yeah, that's 20-8. All right. Do you want to join me in their channel?
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Mike. See you there.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight on this kind of a crazy show, but that's okay. Things happen. Where are these boys? Oh, there we are.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Hey guys.
Yeah, my rolls were pretty good.
Hello.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Hey, hello.
Hello. Thank you for letting us stream the game. I'm here with Mike. Mike joined me on the stream in the end.
Amazing.
Yep. Hey, boys.
Hey, hello.
Super Turtle, let's start with you, my friend. First of all, let me compliment you on having a really interesting roster. I mean, I think it was really cool seeing this kind of thing. Can you tell us a little bit about the kind of thought process you have in building it?
So, I mean, I'm mostly played Black Order, and I'd kind of been a bit sick of playing Thanos all the time. So I thought, let's try Corvus. Obviously, this game was not a good example, but it's been doing all right so far. I mean, the tax of having to go pretty much all affiliated is interesting. So it's just basically Black Order, but trying to be even more killy than Thanos, because you lose all the displacement when you lose Thanos. So it's just like kill.
Right. Okay. And so what's your general approach then? Because I mean, your list, the team that you took here today seems really scary, really beefy, really high output, but didn't happen today. But what happened? What was the problem?
I mean, so generally the plan is you've obviously got Corvus, and you take one or at certain threats both of Space Maw and Ghost Rider, right?
Okay.
So you've got those 2 or 3 that you just try and throw down the middle and pump out as much damage as possible. And then you might take Nebula if you just want even more damage, or like Proxima. Black Dwarf is there to kind of make up numbers. He can be very killy. That time I rolled 8 dice and got 7 blanks with him, which was not great.
Yeah.
So
we're wondering what you've done to offend the dice gods, because they are not happy with you.
Yeah, no, it was very bad. It was So yeah, it was the turn where Deadpool was on 1 health and it took 2 attacks from Cosmic to take him down, and then that from Black Dwarf did not do me well. So generally it's just kind of murder, death, kill. It can go slightly wider with like splashing in some people if I'm on like a wide scenario, and I've got Supergiant in there, who I've actually found is really useful into Web Warriors and Wakanda. I found she's really cool. Obviously not in this matchup, but
yeah. No, that's interesting. I was wondering about the Supergiant play, because you really don't see her at all.
No, but I think her card is really good, making everyone drop extracts with Ebony Maw. So yeah. That's basically why she's there.
And what about Corvus? How do you find him as a leader?
So obviously his leadership is the fact that it takes a card slot and only works on Black Order people is bad. But the actual leadership, giving people power when you knock people out, I think is really good. And there's characters like Black Dwarf and to an extent like Ebony Maw who really benefit from just having loads of power. Obviously, Cosmic, it helps a bit with his psychosis. So I found, like, and also because you're losing Thanos' leadership, and Thanos' actual leadership is pretty terrible, right? It doesn't really do much. So I think losing the card slot is a shame. The affiliated thing is more of like just a list building challenge. And then I found it is actually quite good, and especially when you go into wide teams or teams with grunts. Like, obviously, lots of people have been trying out Sandman recently, and just killing off the grunts and getting power for killing grunts.
Right.
Gives you so much power.
Yeah, sure. What were you thinking about this particular team in this matchup? I mean, I'm focusing on the fact that Ultron 2 and Deadpool kind of are immune to the chains of CGR.
Yes. So, well, the hope was CGR can do his spender to stop Ultron resurrecting. Obviously, I got nowhere close to even killing Ultron, but that was the hope. It was either I was thinking it's either CGR or more, and yes, they are immune, but also Ultron has 5 Mystic Defense, so I didn't want to play more into that.
Right.
And like Moore's a fair bit squishier than Ghost Rider, so I thought I'll play him out. And then going 4 wide, I was hoping to do a 4 power Servants of the Titan, which can help get a lot of damage on people with his card. Obviously, the card when I did use it was only 3 power and only dealt 1 damage.
Yes.
But it could have been 3 or 4 damage if I'd done it before Proxima died.
Yeah, and Honey Badger tanked like a ton of your attacks as well.
Yes, it was very bad on many fronts.
Honey Badger is amazing.
Honey Badger was quite good there. But yeah, that was the thinking. To be fair, I think 18 is one of my weaker numbers here, really, because at 17 or 19, I can take Cosmic and... Actually, to be fair, pretty much anything but 15 or 18, I can take Cosmic and Maw and Corvus, which is what I really want to be doing. So, yeah, 18's a bit weird, but that was the thinking.
Yeah. No, Mike, what did you want to ask Super Turtle about?
Yeah, I was going to ask about the Servants of the Titan. I actually haven't seen this card on the table, and I had to read it when I saw it. I mean, how are you liking it? Do you think it's good or what?
It's fine. I think if I'm taking Cosmic and Maw, I'm taking Shush instead for Maw in that slot. I'm only taking it if I'm just taking Cosmic. I think it's all right. It can be really good because it can put out like 3 or 4 damage. Like I think, and if you get 4 dice on it, its average is 3 damage. So it's not bad to kind of chip people off who are nearly dead. It's a bit swingy, and I'd say it would be bad in like normal Black Order because it needs all affiliated. But because with Corvus you need all affiliated anyway, kind of might as well.
Gotcha. Cool. Does your list have Power or Black Swan or Supergiant in it?
It has both of them in it. It has Power Stone, Black Swan, and just normal.
Oh, cool.
Supergiant.
When do you think about bringing them? I'm actually curious about that.
So Supergiant, I'll pretty much only take into like Wakanda or Web Warriors, who are really about like pushing and running away with extracts to make them drop stuff. Maybe like Hellfire Club as well, depending on the crises. And then Black Swan is good at 15 or 16, just because she's slightly cheaper. Just to kind of fill out like it at 16, I can take her, Corvus, and one of the 6 threats. So she's quite good for that. And I found she is actually really good. With the power gem, she can do a lot.
Very cool. And your Supergiant has been successful in those games that you bring her?
Yeah. I think like just moving, especially if you've got lots of extracts but are relatively middle secures against someone like Webbs. If she just parks in the middle, stopping pushes is quite good. And then that card can really swing you the game, where she has like the same card as Doc Ock, where she can make everyone drop stuff. That can really swing you the game. She's weird, but I think she's quite cool.
Very interesting. I'll have to give her some table time then, if based on your experience.
Well, yeah, Mike, you're making a good point. Web Warriors is so prevalent these days and powerful. Having some counter to them would be interesting.
Yeah, Supergiant of all models, right? Like everyone forgot about this character.
Yeah.
So maybe he's onto something here. I'll have to check it out.
Cool. Wow, that'd be interesting. Good Danger Room content we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, I love throwing random stuff like that into my locals. It's great.
Super Turtle, where would people find you if they wanted to play against you? Where's your local?
So when I'm there, my local is Cambridge, Sons of War. I play there. I'm away at uni some of the year, so TTS is where I play then. But yeah, Cambridge.
Cambridge mostly. Oh, okay. I thought you were in Manchester, so I thought it was going to be like
No.
an element.
No.
Okay.
No, I put Manchester because I'm at uni up there, but I'm not near a good group, so.
I see. Gotcha. Cool. Well, thanks so much for having us stream your game here today.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you.
All right. Am I going to see you at Nations, UK Nations, or anything in Element Games?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. We'll see. I'm not. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're there, do say hello.
Amazing.
Okay, cool. Seth is from Poland. 2 teams of Polish players are coming to the WTC, Mike. So be ready.
Yep.
Now, Mike, I was explaining to you before, or maybe you weren't on the stream just yet, but the Poles, when I played War Machine, were notorious for having really off-the-wall approaches to the game, and consequently their lists were really bizarre, and they focused very heavily on assassinations, essentially. So I don't know if the MCP community is the same as the War Machine one, but I wouldn't be surprised. So Seth, fill us in a little bit about the Polish meta.
Oh man, it's a bit hard for me to judge right now because I'm not in Poland these days. But the last time I saw it, it was pretty murder. Yes, most people like the murder, as far as I remember. There was a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy recently, some Hydra popping its heads, even some Black Order popping up, but also some scenario teams.
But are
like
they
Kraven
experimental? Are they as experimental as they were in War
very
Machine?
much. One of our players just splashes Sentinel Prime everywhere, apparently.
Wow. Because Mike, I don't know, the Americans who would come over to the WTC. I say this to you as fair warning. Somehow we're very conservative in their approaches to list building and things like that, and so we're very similar to one another. So they kind of got picked apart by the Europeans as a result. So I say this to you to try to help kind of incentivize you to kind of think a little bit with your team about that.
Oh, I can assure you that my team will not be making that mistake this year.
Yeah. Cool.
We are out for blood, so be ready.
Nice.
I love
We
it.
will.
Cool. So Seth, are you on one of those WTC teams?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay,
I'm
brilliant.
looking forward to it very much.
Cool. The where are you now though? You mentioned you weren't in Poland.
I'm currently in Oslo. I moved for work recently.
Right.
So I'm in up north now.
They have a small meta of MCP
Very
up there.
small, unfortunately. Yeah, I play with a couple of locals maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Are you on the 2D6 server?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Cool.
play at the club. Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Well, hopefully you can bring the light to those.
Yeah, we're working on it. Yes.
It's a fantastic. I was told by a native who's a friend of mine from War Machine that the problem is the game is fantastic and I think they would like it. It's in terms of the rules. It's just that for some reason Norway didn't get Marvel early on when they were kids. It's just
they didn't have screenings of the 19s cartoons, and they didn't have that much access to the comics, I believe, as well. So that's a shame. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about your list. X-Force, we were talking about. Mike, of course, was just his teammate at Squad Goals was a big X-Force player. He's very, very familiar with the X-Force as a result. Your roster, though, your overall roster, not just the team you brought today, was built a little bit differently than usual. Can you tell us a little bit about your approach?
Would you mind opening up, Seth? Sorry, so I can look at it.
What's that,
Go
Mike?
ahead.
Would you mind just clicking the open button on TTS? I can take a look at it.
Open.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, basically, I mean, there's some experimentation still. Like Bishop, I haven't actually played him yet. I just have him for a test. I try to go Cable plus Ultron as 2 meaty 5s, basically. I really like this approach. And for me, Ultron works pretty well in X-Force because he is very meh to attack, right? Because of Age of Ultron. And I have some other characters that are also not very juicy targets, basically, like anyone with exceptional healing. Honey Badger just getting in everybody's way and being annoying, basically, as much as she can. Even Psylocke is fairly tanky once she's within martial artist range. So it kind of gives me this confidence, this setup kind of gives me this confidence that I can just put these guys up, and yeah, sure, you're gonna kill them. Like that's not happening that easily, right? So it gives me this confidence and gives me this ease,
How does this jive with your what you've seen, Mike?
So it looks like all the X-Force staples are here in Psylocke, Cable, Deadpool, Domino, 23. Bishop, I think, is probably fine model. I think it's probably more of a preference. Zemo is pretty standard these days in any kind of attrition team.
Yeah.
And then, Rhino and Ultron are very typical splash models, so looks pretty standard to me. I do really like Crimson Dynamo and X-Force. I think he helps win the mirror match and does miscellaneous other things for you, but I can see why you settled on what you did.
Yeah, I also really like the cute synergy where Ultron pulls people into Honey Badger's range and then starts blasting. That's
Very cool.
Always fun. Yeah.
Cool. So, what was the plan of attack then with this match, considering the beefy Black Order that you saw across the table?
Yeah, I was kind of expecting mostly Cosmic. I was on the fence if it will be Cosmic or Maw, but it ended up being Cosmic, so my gamble kind of worked, because I just took Ultron and Deadpool as the counters, right? Because they cannot be pulled in. And then Domino is my go-to kind of big boys killer, right? With exception, especially if I manage to put a couple of conditions on them, then kick them all down, kicks in, and it works pretty well.
Right.
Yeah. So that was pretty much my approach, right?
Okay. Krunstall on the chat is asking, I've seen Red Skull 2 in the X-Force lists. Does Seth take Ultron over him for durability reasons?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm a bit afraid of having 2 5-threat squishies, because Cable can just die. Like one of my games, Toad just randomly killed Cable, and that's just a fact, right? That can happen. And Red Skull is also fairly squishy, I think. So yeah, I definitely prefer Ultron for the durability, for a bit of control, for a bit of also immunity to pulls and then displacement. Like I guess Red Skull also has that on one of his sides or something. But yeah.
So, and do you think Ultron 2, if he lost his Age of Ultron card, he was still be fantastic in your roster? No problems.
I think he would be slightly more vulnerable, but I think I would still play him. Like,
yeah,
I haven't played that much with this setup so far, but it rarely happens that he's on his Daze side. If I would probably play him a bit more conservatively then, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. Mike, did you guys have Ultron 2?
No, none of our teams had Ultron. In fact, Ultron was the one thing that we identified as being really strong that we weren't playing.
Huh, interesting. Wow, okay.
It just didn't really work out. Sooner didn't want him. Webbs doesn't want him, and then I would never play him in the Thanos list, so he was left on the bench.
Right on. Cool. All right, Seth, so what was the approach? Because it seemed like you let a few points go away early in the game. I suppose that was to focus on attrition.
Yeah. Usually, I just don't want to get too far behind, but I won't necessarily put some of my more fragile guys in the middle if it's not necessary.
Right.
So Domino or Cable, I'm perfectly fine if they are a bit behind. I prefer Domino to be in shooting range early round 2, right? So she can start her rapid fire, but Cable is just very mobile. With his placements and the range on his gun, so most of the time he has someone to shoot at.
Yeah, sure. Okay. It seems like the dice were going your way, so I don't know if there was any kind of strategy, like mistakes or anything like that you would have done differently.
I think one small blunder probably. I should have taken the second attack on Deadpool on Honey Badger instead, because Deadpool dazed then, and I could have prevented that. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that mattered that much.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the dice were insane on my side today, so there's no question about that.
All right. Well, you've made the proper sacrifices. Do send us.
Yeah, and I'm playing the blue tray.
That's right. So. It's a blue tray. Yeah. Exactly. Carl,
Yeah.
you know, I know if he wasn't doing this for free, we'd have to fire him.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, do you have any more questions for Seth?
No, I don't have anything. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah,
Right,
it was a very fun game. Thanks.
only 2 more to go. You can lose 1, and then you're still okay.
Yeah.
And Super Turtle, it's Matthew, right? Sorry,
Peter.
Peter. I beg your pardon.
That's right.
You're still in it as well. You just need to
Yeah.
do the next 2. I mean,
Yeah.
the league's hard. How many leagues have you been in so far?
This is my first time playing.
Oh, congratulations! Well done. Thanks for being part of this. I know.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Good. I'm so glad you're enjoying it because that's what we're doing it for. Especially for guys like you, where you have the circumstances aren't allowing you to play in real life.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and a special thanks to Mike. It's such a pleasure to chat with you and catch up with what's going on. But you saved me here with the last minute substitution.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you for that, Mike. Looking forward to more episodes of The Danger Room. Do tune in and subscribe to The Danger Room. And while you're at it, you can give me a like, you can give me a subscribe because I can't accept your money. I have no money. Way to accept money. I'm not interested in the money. Mike wants the money, though. He's got a Patreon.
I do, but I don't advertise it. If you want to buy me coffee, you can do that. Otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah, Mike's one of the legends in the community. So cool. All right, everybody. We're hoping you're enjoying the league so far. This is week 4. We have 2 more weeks to go, 5 and 6, before we get into the elimination rounds. And so until then, thank you very much for watching and have a great night.